Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop after a breakup? Part of you wants to move on, while another part still clings to the hope that things might work out. One moment you're ready to forget them, and the next you're wondering if you should try again. This back and forth becomes exhausting. You lose time, energy, and sometimes even your sense of self. But here's the truth, you don't need to stay trapped in that cycle. What you really need isn't closure from them or a magical way to forget. What you need is growth. Real, deep, emotional and psychological growth. You see, whether you want to stop loving someone or secretly hope they'll come back, the path forward is actually the same. It's not about chasing love or cutting someone off completely. It's about leveling up. You have to rise above where you are emotionally. Only then will you stop hurting, stop wondering, and finally feel free. Right now, you're stuck because you're seeing the situation from the ground floor. The pain, the confusion, all of it is happening at a very limited level of awareness. When you're at the same emotional level where the relationship broke down, it's no wonder you can't see the bigger picture. Everything feels chaotic and unclear. That's why you keep asking, why didn't he care about me? Why did he leave when I gave him everything? Why was I never enough? And even if someone gives you the answers, it doesn't stick. Because you're still emotionally stuck. Your heart isn't ready to understand what your mind might already know. So what's the solution? You go up. Not physically, but emotionally. Psychologically and spiritually. You go from the first floor to the third. The fifth, the 10th. You start understanding your subconscious. You study human nature. You learn how relationships really work. You get stronger, not just in your mind, but in your heart. Each level you rise, the pain starts to fade. You begin to see patterns instead of just problems. You stop asking why someone treated you poorly and start seeing that behavior is a reflection of their limitations, not your worth. Think about this, when you're in elementary school, some math problems seem impossible. But by the time you get to high school, those same questions feel simple. Nothing changed, except you. Your level changed. And that's exactly how love works too. When you grow emotionally, you stop seeing your ex as this mysterious, powerful figure. You stop wondering what he's thinking or why he left. You start seeing him clearly, his fears, his insecurities, his patterns. You no longer feel helpless around him. In fact, you might even feel compassion, because what once looked like strength might now seem like fear in disguise. Family therapist Vicky Nyatopoulou once said something powerful, "When my heart is strong enough, your blame feels like your own pain. Your coldness feels like your fear. Your control feels like your need to be seen." That's what happens when you grow. You don't take things so personally anymore. You become emotionally bulletproof. And here's something important, when you reach that high level, you can finally make a real choice. You can either walk away without any more pain, or, if the other person is worth it, you can reconnect from a position of strength. But this time, you're leading. You're not chasing. You understand the dynamics, the psychology, the subconscious triggers. And that changes everything. When you're strong, you're no longer desperate to be loved. You don't beg. You don't overgive. You don't try to change someone who clearly isn't ready. Instead, you hold your standards. You maintain your boundaries. You become the one who decides whether a person belongs in your life or not. This is what strong thinking looks like. You don't chase validation. You don't trade your self-worth for attention. You focus on becoming someone who doesn't need saving, because you've already saved yourself. And the truth is, the most attractive people are the ones who don't rely on anyone else to feel whole. When you're secure, confident, and emotionally grounded, others naturally gravitate toward you. Not because you need them, but because your energy is powerful and calm. That's the kind of love that lasts. So if you're still hurting, don't try to forget or force healing. Rise. Grow. Heal by becoming someone so emotionally elevated that nothing from the past can hurt you anymore. Whether you end up letting go or crossing paths again in the future, you'll do so with clarity, not confusion. With strength, not longing. And with love for yourself that no one can ever take away. If you're tired of asking why wasn't I enough? It's time to flip the script. You're not the one who needs fixing. You're the one who needs to rise. Let me know in the comments, what part of this video hit you the hardest. And if this helped you shift your mindset, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it.